Hey Kira, what's the craziest coincidence that ever happened to you?
Christine, you don't know how long I have been waiting to tell this story because it is probably the most interesting thing that's ever happened to me, and yet I never have the opportunity to share it because it's so out of left field.
Okay.
So, let me take you back to the pandemic, which maybe is a time that we don't want to revisit. But one thing you should know is that I used to go out for these walks with my mum, and we would just walk around the local area and talk and, catch up. And because it was during the pandemic, there was never anything new to catch up on because you weren't going out to see people or anything like that. So we talked about the news a lot and like random news articles. So one time we're walking out in nature, kind of in the middle of nowhere, and my mum is telling me this news article that she read that morning about a pilot who had crash landed a plane but survived.
Okay.
But the amazing thing about this pilot was that he only had one arm. And he had managed to land the plane just with one arm. So that was why this had become news. And we're talking about this story and we just finish. And then from around the corner walks a man with one arm.
And was he the pilot?
I don't think so. But I just could not believe the odds of that. Like, I don't know how many people there are in the world with one arm, but I don't think it's, in the hundreds of thousands. Then the fact that a person with one arm lived in the same area that we did and was also out for a walk at the same time that we were talking about a man with one arm. It was just like, I cannot, the odds of this specific situation happening are close to zero.
Yeah, it's a little spooky.
It was spooky.
No, it's just like spooky, like such a coincidence that it's kind of like he heard you and he was like, I'm gonna go for a walk now. I don't know.
He just waits by his window, just waiting for someone to say like one arm, and then he's like, did somebody call me?
Yeah.
So thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell this story because I have been holding it inside. Well, Christine, before I turn this question on you, I like to come up with some options for what the question to start each episode might be. And based on the content for today's episode, I was thinking also like, hey, Christine, have you ever almost accidentally burned down your apartment? but then I realized that we spoke about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
So
we did.
we have already established that. So instead, I decided to ask, hey, Christine, what's the craziest coincidence that's ever happened to you?
Well, I don't really have like these exciting stories that you have. I do have a story, but I think you already know this one.
Well, tell me anyway.
Because of course we went to Gamescom last year.
Oh, isn't that like Europe's biggest gaming convention?
Yeah, in Germany it is. In Cologne. No, where is
Cologne,
it?
yeah.
Cologne, yeah. Oh, there is it. There it is. But we went with some people, and I picked up the rental car. And then I parked this rental car in my street. And I was already kind of cautious about it because this was a big car. And I wasn't happy about that because I like to have like a small car which is easy to park. Because my street is like file parkeren, so parallel parking. So it's already awful parking. But we have like...
And to park a big car. Ugh.
Yeah, no. I was like kind of afraid that someone would park kind of close to me. And then I couldn't get out next morning. But we also have a separate parking spot. So I parked it there, and then I saw someone that I know lived here hit the car from front to back, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like
you saw this person from your window?
Yeah, because
hit
I was
the rental car.
Yeah, because I was already like cautious because it was a big car. I was like, "Oh no, if something happens with it, it's like my responsibility," and then I have to figure it out and just like deal with the whole thing. So I was like already cautious. And then I saw someone hit it, but I didn't know who he was. And he was like, to be honest, he was kind of like a scary man.
How many arms did he have?
2. Okay. No, but I left. I saw his car. I know which car was his, so I left a note on his car. But then later that evening, at like 10 o'clock, suddenly I heard like my door rang. Oh. My doorbell go off. And I looked through my little peephole, And it was him.
Oh my god! But did you leave your apartment number?
No, but he saw me as well. So I saw him and he saw me. So, but I was like, how did this man come into like this building? And I was like, I don't know who he is, but like, how did he know it? Like, where? Well, he didn't know where I lived, but like, how did he get in? I was like, totally freaked out. But turns out it was my downstairs neighbor.
Oh,
so that was like how he got in. And
okay, and maybe he had already seen you, so he
yeah,
knew.
he had seen me from the window, but it was like I knew his face, and
oh gosh, that would have been so scary.
yeah, but I was super scared because I was like, how did this dude come in? And he is kind of scary looking, to be honest. He is a very nice guy. I met him afterwards and like fixed everything, and he was a very nice guy. But just in that moment, I was like, who is this man, and why is he at my door at like 10 o'clock? And you know, it's a closed building, so how did he get in?
Oh no!
So I was kind of spooked, but it turned out great. But it was like, yeah,
it turned out great.
Yeah,
okay.
no, but it turned out like fine. Everything was dealt with. But just like, yeah, a coincidence that he lives right below me. Are
you sure it wasn't a targeted attack? You
no.
stomping around upstairs in your apartment, and he's like, "I'll show her."
No. I don't think so, because he wouldn't have known that car was mine. So, so yeah, that was probably the only coincidence I could think of.
Well, we'll make some more happen. Don't you worry about that, Christine.
You have big plans. I already hear that.
I do. Well, before we get too distracted, let's get started. Today, we'll be talking about coincidental run-ins with your ex, awkward Valentine's dates, and almost burning down your apartment. It's Season 1, Episode 14 of Friends.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello and welcome to Friends of Friends, the ultimate Friends rewatch podcast. I'm Kira Murphy.
And I'm Christine Schumacher, and we are back rewatching the entire Friends series.
Why? Well, number one, because it greatly increases our chances of coincidentally running into the Friends cast.
Ooh.
And number two, because we want to watch it with you.
So each week we'll be rewatching an episode of Friends, talking about it, sharing behind-the-scenes content, and discussing anything and everything about the show that shaped an entire generation.
So before we get into it, Christine, if your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
It would be the one called the one... Wait, what am I saying? It would be called the one with the Limburgse vlaaien.
Okay.
Which translates to like Limburgs, of course, is the south of the Netherlands.
Of course.
And then vlaaien is pies, kind of. Yeah, pies. Not cakes, but pies. They have a very specific name because you cannot like... They are a specific type of pie.
What makes them a special pie?
I have no idea.
Thank you.
But you can only say... You have like vlaaien and Limburgse vlaaien.
Ooh,
and you can only...
Maybe it's like champagne, and you can only say champagne if it's from the region of
That's
Champagne.
That's the exact thing that he also said. Like, you can also only call it a Limburgse vlaai if it was made in Limburg.
Ah, okay.
So, but of course, story is my dad is like a very great cook. He loves to cook. He loves to bake.
I'm still waiting on your dad's spaghetti, right?
Oh, right, yeah, but it has meat in it. Oh, like fish.
We can work around that.
I will ask him. But he likes to bake and cook and all that stuff. So we gave him for Christmas. We gave him a course in making Limburgse vlaaien.
Wait, but like a hands-on workshop in Limburg.
Yeah, but it was very simple. It was more like for fun, but it was still very fun. But it was in Maastricht. He was born in Maastricht. He is Maastricht in heart and kidneys. That's not an English expression, but it is in Dutch.
Why your kidneys?
In hart en nieren, I don't know. But it's like you are born and raised there.
Okay.
So we gave it to him. And it was just like a fun course with a man who also spoke like Maastrichts.
This is a different dialect.
Yeah, a different dialect in Maastricht.
Okay.
And it was just a fun morning baking.
But
pies.
you also were...
Yeah.
Ah.
We with the whole family, like, so 5 people, baked pies, and just, it was very easy. They already made the dough, and just had to decorate it and like fill it with your specific filling that you wanted.
Yummy. Where is it?
It was, there's still a piece in my kitchen, so if you want, you can have it.
No, that's your dessert for this evening.
But what about you, Kira? If your week was an episode of Friends, what would it be called?
Well, Christine, I actually couldn't decide what I wanted to tell you this week, so
Okay.
you're going to decide for me. So you can either have the one with the 90s rom-com or the one where I accidentally adopted a cat.
Second one.
Okay.
Of course.
I kind of figured you were going to do
Yeah.
that one. You picked the boring one.
No.
Well, as I hope everybody can already tell, I love animals. I adore them with my heart and soul through and through, which is how we would say
Yeah.
heart and
me.
kidneys. So yeah, anytime that I see a dog or cat or anything, I want to pet it, you know? So I arrived home one day last week and there was this like very pretty grey cat walking around as I was parking my bike. And so I knelt down, extended my hand to the cat, you know, see whether I would be the chosen one. And she came and sniffed it and then just like walked away.
Oh.
And that was it. And I was like, you know what? I respect your decision. I'm disappointed, but
Yeah.
you do you. So I thought that was the end of the story. I go unlock the door to my apartment building, walk inside, and just as I'm about to shut the door, there's like, you know, like 2 centimeters of space. I just feel this like whoosh against my leg, and the cat has entered the building.
Oh, that happened to me once as well.
I don't know why she decided
Yeah.
she decided that. But anyway, so I pulled open the door and I was like, you gotta go. This is not your house. But she was just chilling at the bottom of the stairs. And then in the same time, I'm like, again, what are the odds that a cat comes into my apartment building? It's not very normal. So then I'm like, I'm trying to take videos. I'm trying to like call my family members to show them that I accidentally adopted this cat. And I'm also trying to get her out.
Yeah.
But for some reason, she got the wrong idea and she just went upstairs
Oh.
closer to my apartment. And I'm there like, please, I want to keep you, but you need to leave now. So I did get some very good video footage. Unfortunately/fortunately, she did leave in the end. So I was the proud owner of a beautiful cat for approximately 3.5 minutes.
Wow. And did you name her in those 3.5 minutes?
I did not. What should I have called her?
Smelly cat.
What a great name.
Yeah, because no. Yeah, because I'm making a reference to like a later episode in Friends.
Well,
but
we can't have that.
No,
Okay.
so I won't spoil anything. Sorry.
Okay. Well, if anybody else has suggestions for what I could call my newly adopted cat, please let us know on Instagram at FOFPodOfficial or
through our email, which is fofpodofficial@gmail.com. But I love that story. But sad that the cat left. And did you see her again?
I think she lives on my street. So
Oh, okay. Then you can
the
bump
odds
into her.
are definitely higher than seeing that one-armed man again. But
Okay.
you never know.
You never know. But are you ready for this episode?
Am I ever? Yes, indeed. Let's go.
Let's go.
So this week we'll be discussing Season 1, Episode 14, the one with the candy hearts. Originally aired on February 9th, 1995, this episode was written by Bill Lawrence and directed by James Burrows.
And in addition to our regular cast, we have Heather Medway as Kristen and Nancy Valen as Lorraine.
And I have a mini Friends fact for you. So I don't really know whether it's a Friends fact, but the internet tells me it's interesting.
Okay,
so
let's hear it anyways.
this is our Valentine themed episode and it did air 1 week before Valentine's Day.
Oh, perfect in time. No, that's not the right phrase, but in time. Anyways.
This episode is also ranked as an 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's okay.
Decent.
Decent.
We can work with
one.
that.
Yeah, the highest one was 8.5, right?
8.7, Christine.
8.7. Oh my.
8.7.
Then this is meh. We'll see. We'll see how it is.
Indeed. Well, Christine, can you give us a brief overview of today's episode?
Sure. So, as Valentine's Day approaches, Ross and his date end up at the same restaurant as Carol and Susan. Joey inadvertently sets Chandler up on a blind date with someone he might not want to see, and the girls burn mementos of their old boyfriends.
Did you say parents?
No, I was gonna say that maybe, but I fixed it.
Well, I'm actually really excited to get into today's episode because I feel like even from this description, I can tell we're going to have some good side characters appearing. So You know how much I love my guest stars, so let's bring it on.
The episode begins in Central Perk, where the men are discussing a new potential love interest for Ross, a woman who lives in his building and lent him an egg once. That's boring. My God. Lent him an egg. So boring.
You think that's boring?
Yeah.
You know what? I think it stands out from regular pickup lines, right?
Yeah.
You're never
No.
going to forget the man who comes over to you and says, "Here's your egg back. I'm returning your egg."
Yeah, that's true, but it's like borrowing sugar from your neighbors.
Which is a perfect way to find your life partner, Christine.
No, yeah, I guess, no, it's like a spin-off of a classic. So it's, you don't hear that often because most of them are like, did you fall from heaven? And that's even worse. But
Christine's having flashbacks to her university days.
and
Actually, on this note, I do want to know, have you ever had a pickup line used on you or someone you know?
I don't think so. Did you?
Well, I was thinking about this question and I'm like, technically not, I couldn't think of a specific pickup line, but I want to tell you about one guy that I dated for a little while, and we went on this walk through a field, and along the way I saw this really beautiful flower. And have I told you this story?
No, but I can already guess where it's going.
I picked it up and I was like, oh, that's so nice. I'm going to keep this flower, and maybe I'll put it in my room and I'll just like look at it and it will remind me of this nice day with this guy. And so we continue walking along. And at one point the guy is like, oh, can I see your flower? And I was like, of course, you can view my beautiful flower. So he takes it and then just like yeets it.
What?
Across the
Okay,
field.
I did not expect that.
He just throws it into the abyss. And I was like, why did you do that? And he said, oh, it's because I wanted to hold your hand and you were holding the flower instead.
No.
Why did you not just ask me to put it in my other hand? What is wrong with you?
That is so weird.
So, yeah. Well, not a pickup line, but that is like the worst way to get a woman's attention.
Yeah.
So I don't miss him at all. I do miss the flower though.
Yeah, because my guess was that he would like take the flower and be like, this flower is pretty, but not as pretty as you.
Well, that would have been good.
Yeah, a little basic, but
I told you my other option for this week's What Was Your Week would have been the one with the 90s rom-com. Christine, I love a bit of cringe.
Yeah, okay.
Aw.
That's kind of cute, but no. But yeah,
But
just in
no.
let's go back to like the scene, of course, to Friends, the egg thing. I did like that they brought it back like later on where Chandler and Ross hug and then you can hear the egg crunch, because I think the egg can so easily be forgotten. I mean, like
That sounds so like philosophical.
Oh yeah, it does kind of. But I don't mean it in that way. But they could easily like have made the egg disappear, but they let it like
Just like
come
they did
back.
with Paolo recently. He
Yeah.
just disappeared into the bathroom for 20 minutes.
Yeah, but like the egg came back and Paolo did not. But but like I like that they brought like the egg back in a funny kind of way. I guess.
Someone else who is also back in this scene is, I don't know her name and I wish I did, but it's the other waitress.
Yeah.
And they actually have an interaction with her because she's the one who brings the egg, right?
Yeah.
But they don't let her talk.
No, because yeah, Joey asked like, "Do you have an egg in its shell?" And then she kind of like mimes, sure, like yes, but like mimes it, and then
I
doesn't say
wonder
anything.
if it's because you have to pay extras more if they have a speaking role.
Yeah,
And
this
I wonder-
is season 1, so they didn't make any of the big bucks yet. So
They
I
had Jill
maybe,
Goodacre,
yeah,
Victoria's
okay, that
Secret
doesn't.
supermodel. I think
But
they
maybe
had enough money.
Yeah, they blew all the money on
Jill. Yeah,
so they
and
didn't
this
have
poor
anything.
nameless woman. So I live for the day, if ever she gets to talk, because I would love to see more of these people that we
yeah.
see a lot and we never get to hear from.
I'm curious if that day will come, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. And the last thing I wanted to say about this scene is that just I am obsessed with the neon in Central Park.
Oh.
I love a good neon sign.
Yeah, they have the little coffee cup and then the servers
Yeah.
and then something else. Oh, the
The men,
painting
the
in the back.
dancing men. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we should get a neon sign, Christine.
Yeah, I did look at that, but it's expensive, and I need to find one in like a thrift store or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Perfect. That says friends of friends. No problem.
Oh no, that will never work. But who knows? We'll manifest for it.
Yeah,
but there's,
good idea.
Yeah, there's one last thing I want to say is that I saw the lamp that was like way in the back.
Oh, my
like
Venetian lamp.
Yeah, the one with the dragonfly.
Yes.
It's all the way in the back.
Oh no.
So you don't really see it that often, but it's still there.
Well, clearly they don't need it. They can just give it to me.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
fine. Thank you.
Sure.
Well, we stay at Central Perk for the next scene where the girls arrive and Phoebe reveals that she's thinking about going out with Roger again just to have a date on Valentine's Day. Meanwhile, Joey reveals his own plans, a double date with Chandler and a mysterious, pathetic friend.
First things first. Are we gonna say who the mysterious girl is or no?
Oh, you can, yes. I think we'll find out.
Don't call Janice pathetic. She's great. I love Janice.
Same. I thought this was actually the Joey's date who called Janice pathetic, right?
No, but Chandler also says like the date seems or like sounds so pathetic, and then Joey says I know or something.
Yeah.
So they both call her pathetic, and that's just no go.
Yeah,
because Janice is such a. I really like her, and I would really love to see her more often. We'll see her a couple of more times, but still, like
not enough. It's
not
enough.
Not enough. No.
I want a side story that's like Janice and Gunther's love story.
I don't think they will be a great match.
Why not?
Because
opposites attract.
Yeah, but Gunther is very soft, and Janice will walk
exactly.
right.
You need an extrovert and an introvert. They would bring out the best in each other.
I'll have to see it first.
You'll have to see.
We're gonna
in our reboot.
Yeah, we can't because Gunther has passed away.
Well, it's a reboot, Christine.
Oh, so with new people. Yeah, but I'm
gonna recast them.
I love this actor. So for the Janice, I love her. So I don't.
She can come back. We'll just have like a much younger Gunther. Recast. Like, did you see that Hunger Games movie, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes?
I know. I've seen like parts of it, so never like the full thing.
Well, I'm just gonna go all out and say that my dream casting for young Gunther would be Tom Blythe, who played President Snow, the young guy.
Yeah, he has like also the blonde hair, right?
That's it.
So yeah, that's
the main thing. So him, and then Maggie Wheeler, who is our original Janice.
Yeah, I love her.
She's
great. And then I love, like, of course, Joey is explaining to Chandler, like, wait, what does he say again? Like, he's explaining the situation of how he's gonna get lucky, and says like, cha-ching, and then Rachel.
He's talking about Chandler getting lucky, right?
No, I think like himself.
It's when they're talking about the pathetic mess, and then Joey says, "But come on, man, she's needy, she's vulnerable." I'm thinking, cha-ching.
Oh, so he is talking about Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, but I love Rachel's response to that because it's such a rude.
That's such a misogynistic thing to say.
Yeah, exactly. And then Rachel throws, I think it's a bagel at like the head of Joey, and then Joey, of course, just eats it.
Oh, well. Joey got what he wanted. He should have paid attention to the intention behind that bread roll.
Yeah, but he didn't get it because, of course, he was thinking about cha-ching.
He's Joey.
Yeah, and he's Joey, so he didn't get the message. But I did think that, like, the girls showing that feminism with the throwing of the bagel, like showing like that's not okay. I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, what do you think about Phoebe's version of feminism getting back with Roger just so that she has a date on Valentine's Day?
I'm saying no.
You wouldn't do it?
No, Roger, no.
Come on.
Awful guy, no.
A fancy meal on Valentine's Day.
If it's with an awful person, he wouldn't get you a present. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't get you a present.
Okay.
Like Roger, no. That's not worth it. Would you do it?
No comment.
No comment? Okay.
No, well, with Roger, you're right. Especially if, I have to figure that it's worth the emotional trauma that I'm going to get out of it. I would much rather, I would rather take myself to the cinema to see a 90s rom-com or spend time with my female friends.
Yeah, like a Valentine's. I think that's amazing. I love that.
That's better than Roger. You're right.
Yeah.
You've convinced me.
Okay, good.
I'm wondering whether in this scene you saw some new artwork, or am I imagining things again, Christine?
I didn't see anything, so yeah, please tell me.
Wait, I definitely saw something new. I don't know whether it's new for this episode, but it's definitely new since the last time I noticed it. But I saw a few new things. I thought that there was some kind of crest with lions and fleur-de-lis somewhere in the scene.
Okay.
There's also a small poster on the back wall with Central Park, maybe the Central Park.
Oh, I did see that one as well, but I also thought that was new. Yeah.
Yes.
So it is something new.
And the most exciting thing of all, Christine, they have changed the screaming faces.
They did?
This is confirmed. I checked our Instagram at FOFPodOfficial, and they are different to the ones that we saw the first time we saw them. I promise.
And
I took a picture.
What are they now?
More screaming faces, but different ones.
Oh, that's way better.
Different screaming faces. So I was so happy to see that.
That they had changed,
My
yeah.
theory is correct. They do change the artwork in Central Park.
From time to time.
From time to time. Occasionally.
Occasionally. But I'm still curious to see if like in the next season it will change. But that will still take a while. So later at the restaurant, Joey's beautiful date Lorraine arrives with a surprise. None other than our friends of friends favorite, Janice. Yay! I love her.
I love how you already brought her up in the previous
Yeah, I
scene.
know. So it's not a big surprise. But
Well, I will continue to talk about how much I adore Janice. Especially in this particular scene, I thought she looked absolutely
yeah,
beautiful.
she is a fancy girl.
I know. She's got Chanel earrings.
Yeah, big ones as well.
Expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe I watched an episode of The Simpsons and they told me that this top was also Chanel.
Yeah, it's a very well-known top. Like
Yeah?
It's very well-known, yeah. I think it also comes with like a skirt or like pants or something.
Yes, it's a two-piece.
Yeah,
or
I think so.
something.
But she's wearing it with something else underneath. I'm not sure what it is, but
Regardless, she looked great.
yeah, she looks
Chandler,
amazing.
you're stupid.
Yeah. But I also Lorraine was also very pretty. I mean, she's a pretty girl. She's a little eccentric, let's call it that. But she is very pretty, I think. With like a black sleek dress and gorgeous hair. Yeah.
I was also a big fan of her accent, like that thick New York accent.
Yeah.
I was like, I could listen to that all day.
It was really funny.
Super nice.
If we're talking about like looks and stuff and outfits, I did like Chandler's outfit. It was like green. It was like blending in with the restaurant because the restaurant was also kind of green. But Joey's outfit kind of reminded me of that he was like a pastor.
Oh, really?
Because
Is
he
it
was-
because he was wearing like a turtleneck or
Yeah.
something?
So and white with like a black jacket. So it kind of reminded me of like the thing that pastors wear around their necks.
I think I'm going to be so wrong. I would call it a dog collar, but that feels like so wrong.
Yeah.
Is it called that?
I don't think so.
Wait, I just looked it up and it's literally called a dog collar. So I'm so glad I didn't offend anyone. The internet is telling me it's commonly called a clerical collar or Roman collar, but is also sometimes referred to as a dog collar.
That's weird.
Sorry for
But okay, if Google says it is, then it is.
Well, I'm really glad that you mentioned Chandler's outfit because I wanted to talk about the restaurant. Firstly, I love that, like, you know, I don't expect Joey to be particularly romantic, but he clearly picked a very nice restaurant.
Yeah.
It did look like a fancy restaurant. And I really liked the style of the restaurant with these lush green walls, the artwork that was there. And I was wondering, do you think this was filmed on location or was it on the set?
No, I think it was like a set because the door is also like in a weird position and like you could like disappear behind it. So I think it was more of a set than of a real like restaurant.
Oh, I was gonna go visit with you, Christine.
Yeah, I did like the velvety walls kind of. That was kind of pretty, but I don't think it was real.
And there was also a very interesting painting on the wall of the men's bathroom. Did you pick that up?
Oh, yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was. What I wrote down was that it was two people in a compromising position and a poorly drawn horse.
Oh, I thought it was like a steer or something.
A what? A cow?
A male cow.
A bull?
A bull. That's what I thought.
I don't know. I don't know. I was like, I want to look closely, but also I don't think I do.
don't want to. No.
So, interesting choice there. But yeah, I really like that this was also a setting where we have other people in the scene, because I think this show has given me an appreciation of watching background actors, and I thought it was so fun to watch all the people in the background of this scene just moving their food around.
Yeah, they were
and
allowed,
not eating it.
Yeah, I think they were allowed to sip water but not eat anything.
No, that was so funny. I'm like, come on, really? No one in this restaurant is having a bite of food? Very, very suspicious.
Yeah, just eat it. Like stop playing. Just eat it.
Just eat it.
Yeah, no one did.
And last thing, I continue to hate Chandler. I think he is dramatic and rude.
In this,
the minute he found out about Janice, he's banging his head against the wall. Chandler, why don't you just grow up? Please?
Yeah, in this episode he was very
dramatic.
Episode. No, in my opinion, in this episode he wasn't scoring any points.
Okay, wait, can I take a friend's point off for him?
Of your point list, not of mine.
In Christine's mind, he's still hair twirling, perfect.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Well, anyway, back at the apartment, the girls are getting ready for their Valentine's date. After discussing all of the rubbish guys they've been with in the past, Phoebe suggests that they do a cleansing ritual to break the cycle of bad guys. Fantastic idea.
Yeah, I think so too. But from the stories, they have dated awful guys, like the one that cried after sex all the time, and the one that never let Monica win. And we all know how badly she likes to win. So they dated some really awful guys.
Well, actually, I was watching Sex and the City recently, and the whole thing there, which I like that the characters are aware of, is that they've essentially slept with every man in New York. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we've already spoken about this. We're 14 episodes in. I cannot count the number of boyfriends that the girls have had. But they don't really draw attention to that. It's just like normal that they have a new partner every single episode. And look, I have no problem with women, dating as many people as they want. But it's just like, we're still expecting the girls to get into a healthy relationship when all we've seen so far is they're like new man every week.
Yeah, but I think in Sex and the City they show it differently, because then there's more like dates, and also they also show the sexy parts and stuff. And in Friends it's a little bit more PG.
But why don't they keep a character? Like, let the girls have a boyfriend for more than 1 week.
Because then they have to be written into the story, and I guess that's just a lot more hassle. So
Janice is there.
Yeah, but she comes back like every now and then.
We can have fun Bobby.
Yeah, but then
David.
You cannot have like multiple people that are coming back. I don't think that's I don't think that's. I would like it as well, but no, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
But there's one final thing I want to say about this scene, is that I love Monica's outfit. Okay. She's very corporate girly. Like, she's wearing a suit or something. And I don't think she works in an office. She works
She works in a kitchen, right?
Yeah, but then it's a suit. She's no corporate girly. She is a chef. So, but I really like this outfit. It was like very chic, very professional, very cool. So, yeah.
She has one for special occasions, like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, for Valentine's.
Well, we started this scene by talking about all the weird guys they've dated. Have you ever been out with a really weird guy, Christine?
Yeah, like awful. No, not per se weird, but just like people that like are stupid. For example, if I tell them that I practice witchcraft, and then they say something like, "Oh, so for like cosplay, or like you think you are a witch," and I'm like, "Girl, don't say that to me." I don't like it.
Aww.
So stuff like that, or something, I guess. What about you?
Yeah, I should have realized when I wrote this question that it was going to come back to me.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I like to think that I don't make terrible choices, but there's always the exception to the rule. Mm-hmm. And I did go out with this one guy, and for our very first date, we went out for dinner. He made me pay, which is fine, but he invited me. And then we're like 5 minutes into the conversation, and then he's like, "Oh, I need to ask you some questions. What do you think about abortion? What do you think about sex before marriage? What do you think about politics and like all of the questions that the dating handbook says you should never talk about
on a first date.
On a first date.
Awful.
And I would just like to say, Christine, that this is the same man as the one with the flower. So separate dates.
Why did she even go on a second date with him?
I don't know. I was young and stupid.
But we all live and we learn, but now you know better.
Now we know better. So don't make the same mistakes I did.
So we continue on Joey and Chandler's date, where Joey and Lorraine make a swift exit, leaving Chandler and Janice alone with Joey's credit card.
Thank you for putting the appropriate emphasis on swift exit there, Christine. I did very much appreciate that. And I would like to say that I find everybody so disgusting on dates. Like, we already spoke a few episodes ago about Paolo and Rachel, and now, just thinking about it, Joey and Lorraine eating a breadstick together. Disgusting.
Like with spaghetti, it kind of works, but a bit like a breadstick, like chomp, 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 like bite, bite, bite. It doesn't work. Doesn't work.
You want a more romantic food?
Yeah, no, like what's it called? The breadstick? No. Just no.
Breadstick? No. However, I do think that presenting Joey and Lorraine in like this, albeit gross way, it is a good way to show how little Chandler and Janice are enjoying themselves. Like the comparison of the two couples makes it more obvious.
Like Lorraine and Joey are very like close together, and then Chandler and Janice are like very far apart. So it does show it very clearly. But I do think that it is kind of like a shitty move because of course Lorraine and Joey are leaving, but Lorraine invited what's her name? Janice. Sorry. Jeez. Lorraine invited Janice to go on a blind date with someone she doesn't know. Well, of course, we know that they know each other. But she went there with like the thought of like she didn't know this guy, and then her friend just leaves halfway through. Like, come on, that's like weird and kind of dangerous, because she doesn't. If there was a stranger, then she didn't know anything about the guy, and her friend just left her.
I think it would be more okay if like your friends were also having a really good time and you kind of wanted to leave them alone so that they can just bond as a couple without like the awkwardness of, okay, there's 4 people here and we have to engage everybody. But the fact that it's somebody that she probably never wanted to see again. Like, I just felt really, again, I feel like this in a lot of episodes. I feel really sorry for Janice.
Yeah, she is still a great gal, and then she is treated like awful, like by her friends even. Of course, by Chandler is an awful guy, so he also treats Janice awful in an awful way, but from her own friends, like, come on.
Not cool.
No.
But this, I think, I like when we have moments in this podcast where you'll say something about a future episode and me not having watched it as many times as you have, I don't know what you're talking about. And here is something that you said ages ago that came up again. So it's when Janice is talking, and I loved this part. I thought she was very funny here. She says that she cut Chandler out of all of her pictures. If you want, I have a bag with just your heads. And then Chandler's like, no, that's okay. And Janice says, are you sure, really? Because, you could make little puppets out of them and you could use them in your theater of cruelty.
Yeah, that's my favorite line.
Yes, and you brought that up right at the beginning of this podcast, I think. And I was like, I have no idea what she's talking about. And now I do. So, yay.
That's great. I have no idea why I brought it up back then, but...
I think we were talking about Chandler's job. And you were like, oh, it's easy to know what Chandler does. He works in a theater of cruelty. And I was like, okay, Christine.
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. It's all coming back.
It's all coming back. And I have one question, and that is that why did Chandler and Janice stay? Like, I get that it's free food, but if I was given the option of staying with that guy who I went on a date with, that weird guy I told you about, even if there was, free food, I would be like, you know what, guys?
Yeah.
No.
Same. I would also leave. But there was also, like, of course, Joey and what's her name? Lorraine, sorry. Joey and Lorraine, they order chocolate mousses. And then the chocolate mousses arrive in a white bag even before the waiter has come back to the kitchen.
He's telepathy.
What?
Telepathy.
Yeah, maybe. Because he's still walking. and then all of a sudden there's an extra guy that brings the receptionist the bag.
Well, that's
I'm
good
like,
service. Leave him a tip, Christine.
That is good service. But I was like, that's really fast. That's not going to work in real life, but yeah.
Well, speaking of fast, the next morning, Chandler wakes up to a very unexpected surprise in his bed. Well, as much as I do not think that Chandler and Janice should be endgame under any circumstances, there must be something between them if they just can't stop being together. Like, okay, you can blame it on the alcohol or the credit card, whatever, but you still ended up in the same bed together.
Yeah, exactly. And like alcohol makes you more honest, right?
Does it?
I think so. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But if it does, let's just say that this theory is true, then maybe they're like underneath or like in their subconscious, they kind of still like each other.
Well, they must, yeah. And I did love the reunion in the hall with all the friends. Just like, guess who's here?
Yeah, and Janice looked so cute as well. Also in the bed scene, I thought that she was so pretty, like all like no makeup. Or maybe, in that world, no
stage
more
makeup.
Stage makeup, but still like super pretty. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And yeah, definitely the reunion in the hallway, adorable.
Well, I'm saying if they removed the oh my god thing, I wouldn't mind having her as like the seventh friend. No. I think she has some really, really funny scenes. I like her personality. I like how it's different to all of the other characters. And yeah, maybe if they tone down the quote unquote annoying a bit. Let's you and me, we both love Janice, and I think she's a very valuable asset to this show. So
yeah, I think so too. We should like reshoot the whole thing and then
I think
have a seventh friend.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, so also celebrating Valentine's, Ross is out on a date with Kristen when who should show up but his ex-wife and her lesbian lover.
The timing is so wrong in this scene. So we saw Janice wake up at Chandler's house, right?
Yeah.
And somehow Ross is just off on his Valentine's date. Like, that does not compute.
No, but I just thought like it was like a time jump. That was my mind.
But they were all out for Valentine's Day, right? It's all the same evening.
No. Because the date with Lorraine is the night before.
Oh, really?
Because Joey says, like, tomorrow depends on how tonight goes. So that is, like, the day before.
Okay, so we just skipped the whole middle of the day between...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I'll allow it.
Okay. But, oh my god, Ross is so geeky in this scene. He's, of course, making the joke about the dog years and blah, blah, blah. And just, like, how he brings it, and he's sitting at a table with his hands, like... just above the table, and he kind of looked like a T-Rex. And just like so geeky, and he's wearing like a weird suit where the button to close it is very high. So
okay.
He looks geeky.
Well, he is.
He is geeky, but he looks especially geeky this night.
Okay, maybe that's how he charms the ladies, I think a lot of women will go for intelligence over looks. Yeah,
but intelligence... and being geeky, like bringing it, like acting geeky is different, maybe.
He can't help it. Christine.
No, yeah, he is still a sweet guy, but he's just very nerdy.
Well, I already got so excited about Janice's return, and as I said at the beginning, bring me all of those guest stars, because we have Carol and Susan. This is a great episode.
And they both look great as well.
Of course they do. They're out for their Valentine's Day.
Yeah, of course.
La la.
And then, of course, Ross sees them and he has to explain to Kristen, like, what's going on. And then he forgets to tell her that Carol is pregnant. Like, she stands up, like, very obviously pregnant. And then he says, oh, and she's pregnant with my child, with my baby.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
The blonde woman is my ex-wife and the woman touching her is her close personal friend. Yes. Oh, poor Kristen. I don't think she had a very nice Valentine's date. But also Carol, right? That's such a shame that Susan had to get up and leave and leave Carol all alone on Valentine's. Yeah, but
sorry, I'm gonna circle back to Kristen again. I think Kristen's also kind of boring. Because Ross is telling her all about like the joke, and she just like laughs and then says nothing. Or like she says like, oh, that's funny, and then nothing.
Well, because it wasn't funny.
No, but still, you can kind of like continue the conversation.
Yeah, you see, this is why some men have the audacity to think that they can get women way out of their league because people like you are entertaining their terrible jokes.
Oh. Is it all my fault?
This is the ambulance thing all over again. I have to educate you, Christine.
Oh, man. Nah, but...
I don't think... If she, she just brushes off his stupid joke, then he's going to do it again. And that's unfortunate for more women.
But she says, that's funny. So she still gives him the idea that his joke was funny while it was not, in your opinion. Well, in my opinion as well.
In your opinion?
Actually, it was not a very funny joke, but still, like, I don't know. She appeared to me as very boring and very...
Well, lucky for you, I don't think she's going to last very long in this series.
No, so it's all good. It's all good.
Well, meanwhile, back home, the girls go about their cleansing ritual, only for Rachel to throw in the last of Paolo's grappa and cause a large fire to start. Good job, Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, how did you feel about this scene, given that you are into spiritual stuff?
Well, I do agree with fire is very cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think burning stuff can be great for like letting go. But of course, Phoebe suggests some things. Like sage is great for cleansing, but sacramental wine, not sure about that. And then semen of a righteous man. No.
Also,
really.
I don't want to know where they're going to get that.
No, but like overall, it was okay-ish.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay-ish, but of course, yeah, cleansing, good. But like, yeah, it wasn't okay, but like nothing for removing blockages. So that they could improve on that.
Actually, this has just reminded me. I didn't even write this down because I didn't think of it. But now that we're talking about it, I did something like this.
Yeah.
And it wasn't to do with partners or anything. It was when I was living in Australia, I was in a shared house and my roommate had gone through like quite a tough time. And so... she, myself, and our landlady, who was just I told you about a different landlady when we spoke about it before, but this one was also very weird.
Okay.
Anyway, we decided that we were going to do a burning ritual where we would write down things that we wanted to let go of and throw them into the fire.
Yeah, that's great.
And I thought that our landlady was really weird. I didn't really like her, but she had like a good relationship with my roommate. They would hang out a lot and they seemed to get on really well. And then we're doing this thing, like writing the notes and throwing them into the fire. And I swear to you that when my landlady threw one piece of paper into the fire, I saw that she had written my roommate's name.
Oh, that's awful.
And I'm like, what? Did I just uncover some deep-seated hatred? And she seemed like she liked her a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, there's only so many words that have that string of letters in them. And I was like, wow.
That's awful.
Yeah. So,
I really hate that. That's so sad.
Well, good for my roommate because it got the weird landlady out of her life. So I suppose it was kind of beneficial. But
did your roommate like her? Or
I think they did, yeah.
But then still, like, it's sad. If someone
maybe I misread, I just thought.
Who knows? I hope so. I hope so. There is another thing. Like, of course, the girls are burning stuff. But, like, why? Why did Rachel keep someone's boxers? Like, that's disgusting. Like, why? If I still had like underwear from my ex, it would be like I would throw that out like the minute he left.
Yeah.
Like, why would you keep that?
What if are we talking it's clean or dirty?
It's clean.
Okay, because some women do like the feel of like men's boxers.
Yeah, okay.
Like to wear around the house,
Okay, maybe that's it. But then. I wouldn't use it for this ritual because then it's more her boxers than his boxers.
Yeah. Well, Rachel is an interesting lady.
Yeah.
So
just a weird thing to keep.
I enjoyed the fact that Phoebe had the receipt for her dinner with Nukululu Unana.
Yeah. And it was a very short receipt as well, so I'm not sure what they ate, but
that was great. Phoebe just like sometimes she says stuff and I'm like, yes.
Yeah. She's very eccentric.
This is why we love you.
Yeah, she's a very fun gal, I think. I would love to have her as my friend. I would love it.
I'll do my best to channel Phoebe each and every day just for you.
I do think if you were a friend that you would be Phoebe.
I will take that as a compliment.
Yeah, it is very definitely a compliment.
But then I feel like there's also some that you can't take as a compliment. Like if I said, oh, Christine, you remind me of this person. There's a few of the main cast that you would be like, how dare you?
Yeah, like Paolo or Raj.
He's not the main cast.
Oh, the main cast. Ross is not a compliment.
If I said Chandler after how much I've told you I hate Chandler, that would
Then
also be
no.
offensive. Joey, yeah, anyway. I think you remind me of Christine, and that's way better than anyone else. So.
Okay, thank you. That's good.
Well, I would also like to gift you a little Friends fact, if that's okay.
Of course.
And this one is actually a bit of a goof.
Okay.
So after the firemen arrive, there's a frame of the scene showing Monica holding the half-burned picture in her hand.
Yeah.
Only for the firemen to pull it out of the bin a second later.
Ooh, magic.
Magic.
Magic,
yes.
it is.
So that's fun to watch. I did rewind that one a few times.
Oh,
so,
I will do that
recommend
later.
You give
That's
it a try.
fun. Yeah. So back at Central Perk, Joey begs Chandler to break up with Janice, and he tries to, only for Janice to state that this isn't and never will be the end of them.
Yes.
For them.
Go Janice. Number 1, Janice is so fun. Number 2, Janice is so sweet. Number 3, Janice, we love you. And number 4, I think she's dressed like Ronnie in this scene. She was very, very leopard print.
Yeah, she did remind me of Ronnie a little bit. Yeah, but
Maybe Joey's dad should date her.
no. No.
We liked him.
We liked him, but like the age difference would be too big. And then he would be
And the age difference between Maggie Wheeler and Tom Blythe in my Janice Gunther spin-off.
But that's just a fantasy, and this would be kind of still a fantasy. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, I do know for sure that there's an age gap relationship that is going to happen in this series.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to have a problem with that, Christine.
Oh, I sure will.
Oh la la.
Because I know who you're talking about, and I
Tune
don't
in
like
in
her.
2 years to hear us talk about that.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while before we get there, but
Wow.
we'll get there someday, and then I will share my very strong opinion about that.
Okay, you know what? I just subscribed to our podcast just so that I can be notified of when that episode comes out.
Okay, yeah, you better listen to it. You better give us a 5-star rating.
I feel like that might have been a thinly veiled suggestion for our listeners. Definitely do give us a subscribe and a review if you feel so inclined.
Of course. But to get back to Friends, of course, Chandler is most definitely getting back in his like second life or his third life or whatever as a toilet brush.
Oh, he should be. Yeah.
In this episode, he was like awful and just
peak toilet brush behavior.
Yeah. No, it's just I did like this scene with Janice because she says, "You seek me out. Something deep in your soul calls out to me like a foghorn." Janice. Janice. Just plain awful. And then she continues with, "You want me. You need me. You can't live without me. And you know it. You just don't know. You know it."
Which is so true. There must be. There's the invisible string theory.
Yeah.
It's just pulling them together. And for Janice's sake, I will be the one to come with the scissors.
Yeah. We can, if we're talking like rituals, we can do a cord cutting ritual for
between Chandler and Janice.
Yeah.
I think we might be 30 years too late.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But still, yeah, it was still funny. Like Janice was so funny. And the whole scene, I really liked it.
I am going to make a ranking of Friends characters, and it could be Janice. No, Phoebe's number 1, Janice is number 2.
And Gunther?
We haven't even met him yet.
No, but still, like, where would you put him?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who he is yet.
Okay. then I will place him on number 2. Yeah, I will place him on number 2.
More than Janice?
Okay, no, number 3 then.
Okay.
Number 3, yeah.
I'll allow it. Anyway, back at the hibachi restaurant, Ross's date has left without him noticing. He explains to Carol how difficult it is to find the right woman and that maybe he and Carol should just get back together.
So sad, because he is so desperate at this point, kind of. Like, he also, I don't know if you saw it, but like he's explaining the thing where they should get back together, and he's like clasping or grabbing her arm, kind of like, oh, just
desperation.
Yeah, just not a good look for him.
No, I was thinking like, okay, he's going on about how he can't find a woman. Maybe there's a reason for that, Ross.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about that? Maybe you're the problem?
Maybe, yeah.
Also, what is he doing trying to get back with his lesbian ex-wife?
know.
Like, okay, read the room.
I know. I don't know what to say here because it was such a disaster of a scene for poor Ross and his disaster date who left him to go to the bathroom with her coat and then just left the building. It was... I also kind of felt bad for him, but again, he was so geeky and I would never leave a date like that, but
well, I think you would if it was really, really bad.
No, I would never do it like that.
Oh, you're too kind. Friends fact.
Okay, bring it.
Again, I've got another goof for you. This is a very goofy episode.
Okay.
So the hot woman at the end of the scene walks past the table twice.
She does?
No, well, it's because of the shots. Mm-hmm. So you see her and she's walking, and then in the next shot she's further back from where she walked to.
They just got it wrong.
Yep.
Aha.
Indeed. So.
Or she teleported.
It could be. There's
they're
telepathy and teleportation. Yeah. All kinds of crazy things are going on in this episode.
So this episode ends with the girls organizing dates with the nice firemen who came to save the day.
I hope you understood the satire in the nice firemen.
Yeah, they are not nice.
Bad men with wives and girlfriends and trying to get dates with our beautiful ladies.
Yeah, but the girls did look very cute in the fireman hats.
That's no excuse for infidelity.
No, of course not. But I just want to say, like, on another note, they look cute with the little hats, like sitting on the couch in the little hats, and just cute.
Little hats.
Yeah, I like that. But biggest fear would be burning my house down.
Well, let's not do that then.
No, but I was just like thinking yesterday when I was watching this episode again, like just the thought of losing everything, and I live in an apartment building, so if someone else messes up, then I'm here with the fire and everything lost. So that's I don't know, it just haunts me.
Oh no! Don't be haunted.
No, but are you not afraid of that? Or?
Well, not until right now.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's my bad.
I'm more worried about these men appearing in my apartment all the time because this is the second date that Rachel has got without leaving her apartment. Impressive. Paolo? Ring a bell?
Oh, right. But she did leave the apartment, just not the building.
The apartment building.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, those are not good men. But we'll never see them again, so that's good.
Which is something that's nice to say about some people in your life,
yeah.
right?
Like Raj and Paolo and the fireman now, so.
Mm-hmm. And that guy with the flower, so.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna say my final thoughts on the episode. I did enjoy this one. You know, even more. I think I enjoyed it even more so after talking it through with you. This is one that I think grew on me. You know, when I was watching it, I was like, okay, this is a fine episode. But now we talk about it, I'm like, it had, you know, everything that I enjoy in an episode, and by that I mean Janice, and Carol and Susan. You know, I think it's just. Often when you have these extra characters, it adds that element that I really like. I like the variety that we get from the interactions with people outside, especially recurring characters, because I don't build a connection to these, you know, random guys that are there for one episode. But when we have now, after watching 14 episodes, I have grown to like some of these people. And I'm like, oh, they're back. This automatically makes me like the episode a bit more.
That's definitely true. I agree with you. Like, it's just like, oh, Janice is in this episode. Oh, it's so fun. You know, that's what I also experienced. And that's really, really great. And I also really enjoyed this episode. I didn't like Chandler in this episode. He was kind of mean and rude and just not a nice person. But overall, like a very fun episode. And I think because of Valentine's, I think there were a lot of red elements. Just when I finished it and I was like, in the last episode, someone again is wearing red, I think. But then I realized like, oh, there's like a lot of red. Like Carol's dress was red. The tablecloths in the green restaurant were like kind of red. And I think there was something else. Like Joey's sweater was red, so there was like red elements, and I think that's maybe because of Valentine's Day, and just gave a lovely, passionate vibe.
Ooh la
I
la.
guess.
Subliminal messaging to get you in the mood for love.
Yeah. So perfect for Valentine's Day. So
Indeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, a fun episode and a very fun talking about the episode with you today, Christine.
yeah, I agree.
Well, don't worry, because our episode is not fully over just yet, because it is time for Friends of Friends of Friends.
Yay!
Christine, we have an extra special edition of Friends of Friends of Friends. I'm always worried that I'm going to say one too many of those. But essentially, we asked recently on our Instagram at FOFPodOfficial for you guys to ask us any and every question that's on your mind. And we got some lovely responses, some about Friends and then some just getting to know us a bit more. So thank you for everybody for writing in. And if it's all right with you, Christine, I thought maybe we could answer a few of them.
Of course. I love to hear them.
Well, I thought I would kick off our Ask Me Anything with a lovely question from Mirka. And she asks, how did you start watching Friends? Was it recommended, with your family, or just yourself?
For me, it was actually just I knew of Friends. Of course, it's a very famous show, and I was in a period of my life which wasn't super great. I was dealing with depression and just anxiety and stuff, and Friends really became like a comfort show for me. And it was also like a very light subject, so I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and then I liked it so much that I kept watching it for many years. And like I said, it has been very much a comfort series for me. So that's why it stuck around, I guess. But what about you, Kira?
Do you know what? I don't know for sure my Friends' origin story, but I have a theory. So I think when I was growing up, I was pretty much only allowed to watch TV during like 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. before we had dinner.
Yeah.
And because after that, my parents were going to watch TV or something. And before that, I had to do my homework, blah, blah, blah. So I think a lot of my TV watching was based on the time that I could watch TV. And, you know, this was back in the day before Netflix. So you would just watch what was live on the TV.
Yeah.
And I used to like this channel in the UK called E4.
Okay.
And it would show a lot of the shows that I liked. I don't remember now, but I want to say stuff like 90210 and Gossip Girl and that things. And I think between the hours of 6 and 7 on some days, they would show Friends reruns. So that's how I started watching them, was just like dipping into random episodes.
Yeah.
And I imagine it must have just been like I put on one episode randomly, or I'd heard of it before. And I knew that it was really popular. And then I watched it. I enjoyed it. And then, you know, this is a show that really hooks you.
Yeah.
Like if you enjoy it, you enjoy it.
Yeah, and
you
it's
know,
so
and you're
easy.
gonna watch it all.
Yeah, and it's like 20 minutes per episode, so you can easily binge it. So
Yeah. But then I think because I was just watching it on the days that it came out, I was missing episodes, and I kind of like joined in the middle of the series, and then like, you know, you want to find out everything and you want to start at the beginning. So yeah, then for sure I watched it all the way to the end, and then probably started at the beginning again. I got the box set, and now I can watch it in any order and anytime I want. So,
nice.
Yeah, that's my origin story.
Great, that's actually cute. So next up we have a question from James. What do you think is at the bottom of the ocean?
Oh la la. Do you know, I love that people asked us, you know, questions about ourselves, questions about Friends, and then just some out of left field ones. So I'm really happy that you picked that one, Christine. What do I think is at the bottom of the ocean? There's a lot of answers that I probably shouldn't say in the podcast. And I think for sure, scary things.
Yeah. Oh my god, like the scary fishes with the... Oh my god, no. I think those the fishes with the little lights on their heads, you know, with the little stick and then
But
a light.
did you not
on the
see
end.
that really, really tiny one that came to the surface, and then they made like memes out of it because she was so beautiful and she just wanted to see the sun?
Oh, I didn't see that one. I am envisioning like a very nasty with lots of sharp teeth fish with like a little light, and it's awful.
I think there's worse things down there than
like what, like
like
ghosts?
the megalodon, like prehistoric sharks.
Yeah, I think
right
there
at the
was
bottom of the ocean.
like a couple of years ago there was like a news thing that there were like very creepy things like deep in the ocean.
Deep in the ocean.
So I think the answer, creepy things, very
Creepy things.
creepy
I would
things.
also like to believe that there is Atlantis down there.
Oh, I was gonna say that as well.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Like, yeah.
Like
what if
mermaids.
there's- Yes. Let's I really hope that it's not just creepy things and there's actually something really, really cool. So yeah, let's get more deep sea exploration going.
No, I don't want to go there.
I'm not you, Christine.
Oh, okay. Is someone else fine? Not me. No thanks. No thanks.
Guys, breaking news, Christine has quit the podcast to pursue her lifelong dream of becoming a deep sea explorer.
No, thank you. I will stay here, just nice and dry on land.
Nice and dry. Actually, I really like that we just answered that question because it kind of leads into my next one. This one comes from Danilo, and he asks, where would you go if you had to take a trip with Phoebe? Well, Christine, is the deep sea, isn't it?
No. We learned that she doesn't have a passport, so she can go to.
Oh, so you can go. No. Well, then let's say this is right, and she can only go within
America.
I don't know, America. Yeah, she can't even cross the border.
I don't like that. No.
Okay. Let's say you get Phoebe a passport, and you can go anywhere.
That's a tough decision. Like, it has to be as weird as her.
Okay.
Of. Maybe I would love her to see, like, the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of cute. So I think, like, yeah, the North Pole. Yeah, to visit, let her visit the penguins and the ice bears. That's not a
polar bears.
Polar bears, like stuff like that. I think that would be cool with her.
I think this is so cute that you're just like thinking, where would Phoebe want to go? Where can I take my good friend Phoebe?
Yeah.
That's so cute. I was there. I was thinking like, okay, where? Yeah, I'm being selfish now. I'm like, where would I like to go with Phoebe? And I was also like, yeah, maybe we should go somewhere that she enjoys too. And I was thinking like some kind of retreat, you know, where you're just in the forest and you're surrounded by nature.
Yeah, nice.
And you do like, you know, like yoga and you just be one with the forest. I think that would be good for me because I think I could disconnect definitely. And I think Phoebe would be a wonderful person to be there on that spiritual journey with me.
Yeah, I think she would be the perfect person actually. And I also see her like on a farm, maybe with some goats. Like
oh my God, that would be such a fun
Like you
trip.
also have like goat yoga.
I have opinions about that, but
Okay.
yeah, we can definitely go to a goat farm. Will you invite me?
Sure.
Excellent.
We'll go with three of us. Phoebe, you and me.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, girls trip.
Girls trip, Valentine's, no. And then next up, we have a question from Nera, and she asks, do you believe in astrology? If so, what signs are you?
I don't know how to answer this question because it's kind of like a yes and a no. Like,
Okay.
I think there are things that explain who you are, or maybe that are unexplainable about who you are, and it's very coincidental that they are linked
Yeah.
seemingly to when or where you were born and things like that. So I think there is definitely something there, or maybe you're affected by something when you were born. So you know what? Let's go more yes than no. But I'm also not the type of person who will live my entire life based on my horoscopes.
For me, exactly the same. I think I am very much an Aquarius. I am an Aquarius sign, and I think I fit that image very well because
what is that?
Like you're kind of like quirky and a little bit weird sometimes. I think that's correct.
Wow.
For me. I think that's correct for me. I think that's right for me. But I, like you said, I don't really live by it. I think it's fun to see like other people and like that kind of also fits for them. But I don't live by the horoscopes of Aquarius or I don't know. No, I like it, but I don't do anything. I don't do a lot with it. So.
Well, I also, I think my sign does fit me quite well. I'm a Cancer, and they are known for being, unfortunately, like overly emotional.
Oh.
And that's nice because I think I have empathy and, you know, I can connect with other people's emotions, but it does also mean that I will cry for no apparent reason and I take things way too seriously. I mean, I like to blame it on my star sign. Maybe it's just me. So.
That's actually also a good thing. Like, it's just my star sign. I can't help it. I like that.
I'm going to hit you with one last question. And I'm not really sure what the name of this person is. Their username was something like Edgar. So thank you for your question. And they asked, Christine, when are you coming to Texas?
Now?
Really?
If you have a place for me to stay, then I will go there.
Excellent.
What is a typical Texan thing to eat?
Ooh, barbecue, I guess.
Ooh, I
or
love
like
that.
Tex-Mex food.
Oh yeah, sure. I will come.
I will absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, maybe there's a goat farm in Texas.
Ooh, we
that
can
you
do
and I
goat
could go
yoga.
to. Because I would love to go to Texas. I love country music.
Yeah.
I love cowboys. I love everything. Not the guns, but other things about Texas. So yes, I would love to visit Austin, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. Anywhere you want to go, let's go.
Yeah, sure. And I also love the Texan accent. They have an...
Sorry, what does that sound like, Christine?
I don't know, actually.
Uh-huh.
I cannot do it. I
What
can
a
kind of like
cop-out.
hear it in my head, but I cannot physically do it. Can you?
Well, not right now.
Like...
Let me think. If I was from Texas, I guess
Yeah.
I would sound a little bit like this.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
for
like
the
it.
next episode, you're just gonna have Kira Texas style.
I like it. It's very smooth and very like sexy kind of.
And with that, I am never doing that again.
I love it. Well, actually, I have one final question, and that question is from Paula, and she asks, what makes you both do this podcast and why with each other?
I would say that it's a combination of things. I think there's always a part of me that has maybe wanted to try and do a podcast, but I never really had the inspiration or the right idea for it. And then I met Christine and everything fell into place. And I was like, well, Friends is something that I enjoy and have since I was a teenager, but it's not something that I know a lot about. Mm-hmm. And maybe it is something that I would like to find more about because, as we say at the beginning of every episode, it is such an iconic series. And so when I found probably one of the highest Friends experts in the world.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, I think I found what we can make a podcast about. So I would say that's definitely the reason why I wanted to start the podcast, and with Christine because she's a fantastic asset to the pod. I've already said it before, but all of the designs that you see, she does all of our technical stuff, and this podcast really could not exist without her. So that's one reason. And also just because I don't know whether you guys can tell, but I really like her. I think she's a very nice person, and it's always super fun to record with her. So that's my response.
Yeah, thank you. That was really sweet.
Christine is blushing.
I'm kind of like lost for words here, but yeah, for me actually the same. Like you asked me, you came with the idea to start a podcast, and I was like, yes, I think you are the perfect person to start a podcast with because I think we match very well. I am not great at talking, to be honest, and you are very great at talking. Like you've done radio shows in the past, and just a great partner to have. You help me a little bit with like the podcast and what I have to say and what I like, just words in general. like you can hear from this answer. But just I don't know, we make a great combination, and I am a person that loves to try new things, and you came up with the idea and I was like, yeah, yes, let's do it, and I think it grew into a lovely collaboration and just a lovely friendship, and yeah, just very cute and awesome. And I love Friends. I've seen it many, many times, and yeah, I just love turning a passion into a hobby. No, that's not the right phrase, but just I love doing something more with like hobbies and things I really like. So that's why I wanted to join, I guess.
A match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think so.
I had so much fun answering those questions. I will definitely be doing as many more Ask Me Anythings as our lovely listeners will allow. We will be collecting questions for future episodes, so don't feel like you need to wait until we post a story asking for questions. Just send them in.
Yeah,
we love them. You can hit us up on Instagram at FOFPodOfficial or
through our email, which is fofpodofficial@gmail.com. So that brings us to the end of this episode. Like you said, I had a great time. I really enjoyed the questions, and I hope our listeners enjoyed it as well and as much as we did.
I loved it. So yes, I will be tuning in next time, and I hope you guys do as well. We'll be chatting about season 1, episode 15, the one with the stoned guy.
Okay, sounds very interesting.
They have some spicy titles this season.
You could listen to it like both ways, stoned or stoned with like throw
no.
stone. So
I hope it's the first one.
I hope so too.
Well, if you are not stoned in either of senses of the word yourself, feel free to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. And of course, if you like, leave us a rating or review. It really helps others to find the show as well.
So thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Until then, take care, and I'll just say, you can always be my Valentine.
So cute.
See you next time.
Bye.